Hello, beautiful humans. It's wonderful to see you yet again today. I am loving, excuse me, my 21 days live. I'm on day 8, I think. And I did have to have Wit come for me last time because I had to go have a procedure done. But today I'm live. It's Friday. It's a 9 ruling energy day today, and it's a 9 of clubs contract energy. So, and we're on a 9 day. So we got all the nines today. There's a lot of completion energy today. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Tammy. It's good to see you all. So, thinking about all of that, like all of this completion energy, something, right? So, something feels like it's leaving the body today. Something feels like it is moving out of the body. It is ready to go, right? Um, Out of the mind, thinking about the 9 of clubs energy and just feeling into what toxic things are you really ready to let go of? Where are you in surrender? Surrender has been really important in my journey lately. And it's been important in my journey always, but it's really important in my journey. Just this year, since my birthday. So numerologically, I came into a new year in July, and I am really feeling. I got a hair that's laying across my face. It's itching me. Numerologically, I have just been really feeling into this year. You guys know I've been living my chart. I'm, moving through this mastery numerology program. I'm almost finished. Michelle and I are almost done with this program, and it's been such a journey, right? I mean, like anytime you dive into something for a full year, and I've worked with my mentor numerous times for a year. So having a full year program, it's a long program. It's a big commitment. It's a lot of devotion to the process. It's a lot of devotion to self. And so I'm just really feeling that 9 energy right now and wondering where I can allow myself to surrender a little bit more, where I can allow myself to let go a little bit more, right? So that's the invitation from the contract today, from the energy today, from the month too. Oh my gosh, we're in a 9 energy month as well. So all the nines today. Something is coming to a head, it feels like, right? I mean, that feels really true. And there's a part of me that feels sad about the mastery program ending and also so excited. Like I love the beginning and I love the end. My Mercury is an ace of spades. And so I love the death and the rebirth. So right now, I feel like all this year I've been releasing, shifting, changing, burning things down in my business, burning things down in my life. And then really like on the other side of that, what's on the other side of that? The other side looks like a rebirth, right? And so my ace of spades, I love the transformation. I don't always love the transformation. I currently love the transformation, right? I've learned to love the transformation. I've learned to love the ending and then what's on the other side. And what's on the other side is always my evolution, my expansion, my growth, right? And and sometimes it feels messy and it's like feels a little complicated and like a little bit weird, but God, I mean, but life just continues, I think, just to get better and better and better. And the more you dive in and the more you get into the root, right? Michelle and I were just talking about this on Voxer. The more you get into the root of what's happening for you and you peel back, you got the proverbial onion, we peel back the layers. You have to be really brave and courageous to peel back all of your layers and to be really raw and naked, right? And like see all your stuff, right? So that's what I want to talk about though today is I've seen this twice this morning this came to me, and it's a big lesson from my spiritual work, from the healing work that I've done over the course of time. Naked, yes, I like to be naked. But, like you get naked and you're like, "Oh, here I am. Here's all of me." Right? Under the full moon, right? Exactly. And we just had a full moon. Oh my God, I love you so much. Okay, so I digress. So the message that was coming through for me today, and this is one of my most favorite messages, is that a lot of times in this world, people are trying to run full speed ahead before they get to the root of the issue or till they get to the root of the thing that's happening for them. And that's called spiritual bypassing. Okay. That is called bypassing. When you are like, I'm ascending. Yay. It's so fun, right? It feels so good to be out here. No doubt in my mind. People are ready to open their throat and get into their third eye and open their crown and be in that space of ascension, right? And I totally understand. It feels really good to be connected to source. And you can do that. And it's very helpful if you have learned how to master and be with what is. Be with the root, be with the womb, be with the underbelly, right? Like you got to get down in there into the root. You got to get into the root to understand some of the things. And I'm not saying you have to dig forever. I'm not saying that once you've started really through that healing process that you have to go back there again and again and again. I'm saying that you got to do the healing work in order to ascend. And I worked with an acupuncturist many years ago. And so when I first started my massage therapy and doula and Reiki practice, I worked with an acupuncturist, a Chinese medicine practitioner. And she was quite a bit older than me, or, I mean, she was probably like 5 years, 6 years older than me, maybe 10. But she was very grounded and I was very flighty. And she would say to me, I would come into the office and I would just be all a dither and like so ungrounded, right? And just all up in my mind, all up in my head, trying to connect to spirit, trying to connect to source, trying to connect to my third eye and my vision for what my life was going to look like. And really, I was kind of a hot mess, and that's okay. It's fine. And what she would say to me was, Jen, we love you so much. We need you to come down here and be here now, right? It was really one of my very first real understandings of presence, of groundedness, of practical tangibility, right? And she would say, we need you down here. We need you right here, right now. Like we need you to get your roots planted and grounded. And she said, we have to understand that we have to work down in those lower parts, those lower chakras, those lower energy centers, first and foremost, before we come up and we move into ascension. And it really made a huge impression on me, obviously. And it's what I've taught for many, many years throughout my healing journey, right? So I've been doing this for a long time. And so I always remember this feeling of being like, oh, I can't ascend without a solid foundation. I'm here in the physical reality for a reason. I'm here in the physical reality to do something, to have a purpose, right? I'm here for a reason. And so be here now, right? And when we start to understand how to be here now, we can really start to ascend in the body. And so that's that's a big part of my message today. I hope that lands for you all. Excuse me, I'm clearing something in the throat here. Whew. Mm, right? Because we're speaking the truth. We're naked under the full moon. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I would like us to move through. So we've done some activation, right? And so now we're going to do some clearing, right? Yes, your realization coming in as a piece for your clients. Yay! I love it. So really paying attention to getting that work, doing that work. It doesn't have to last for all of time. And then you get to do it. Then you get to ascend and you get to feel really good, right? So let's go ahead and get this process started. And we're going to call this one grounded in spirituality, grounded in spirit, grounded in source, grounded in light, right? Okay. So I want you to come to just an upright seated position with your feet planted firmly on the floor if you can. And I want you to really feel into your feet and just really spread them out. Get really nice and grounded. Start to feel the feet on the floor connecting in with the earth below. Okay. And you can put some roots down. You can imagine that roots are coming down out of the bottom of your feet. And just start to feel the toes spread out a little bit more. Get a wider footprint. If you know me, you know that I'm always barefoot. And that's because it makes me feel more grounded, right? And so feeling that foot get nice and wide, feeling those roots coming down out of the bottom of the feet, and just start to feel that grounded energy start to work its way up through the legs. Feel it moving up through the ankles, up through the shins and the calves, the knees. Good. And feeling it moving up into the quads and into the back of the hamstrings and up into those big old glutes, those big old juicy muscles that hold us up and do so much beautiful work for us. Do not pay attention to them. Love them. They are working hard for you. They help us to stand and to sit, to move about the cabin, right? And then I want you just to really feel into the pelvis, into the pelvic bowl, right? Feeling into that pelvic bowl. And just feel your root. That's just underneath the perineum. And I want you to feel into the root. And I want you to see it pointing. It's pointing down, right? It's spinning in a clockwise direction. And it's bright red. It's crimson red. But yours might not feel that way right now. So just notice how yours is feeling right here, right now. We're activating it. We're talking about it. We're thinking about it. The minute you start to think about something energetically, you start to activate it, right? So we're just activating that root. And can ask yourself, where do I feel unsafe? Do I feel safe in my body? Do I feel safe on earth? Do I feel safe in my purpose? Do I feel safe and structured in my being? Do I feel confident in who I am? Do I feel grounded? Do I feel safe? Do I feel secure? Do I feel my foundation underneath me? Right? Okay. And you can kind of start to swivel your hips a little bit and start to feel that root chakra starting to grow a little bit, to clear up a little bit, to get a little more crimson. You can ask yourself some more questions. I have a really great offering for you. I always forget to put things into my stream, so I'll try to remember. But I have a free offering. I have a chakra a really simple chakra workbook that I would love to offer to you. And I have a really inexpensive evergreen chakra course that's going to be coming out next week. And it's one of my babies, and I've been doing it for many years, but I've just never offered it to the public. I just always use it with my students, with my clients, and I'm gonna put it out there to all of you for a nice little $77 price. I think that's really an easeful buy, and I've been doing this work for a really long time, so it's really good. So just feeling into that root again, coming back to the body. I went off a track for a minute. I went into the mind for a minute. See, and I want you to just allow your body to naturally just let go, right? Let go of that which is no longer serving you. So, do I feel safe? Do I feel secure? Do I feel supported? Where am I with this, right? Like just thinking about these things for yourself. And so if you want, you can like open your eyes and jot down a little note to yourself about if that's true for you. Do I feel this way? How do I feel in my physical body, right? Because the root chakra is all about being here now. But it's about feeling safe. It's about feeling secure. And what we have to remember, first and foremost, in all moments, is that we create our own safety in our own body. And when we don't remember that, when we forget that we create our own safety and we look outside of ourselves for this safety, we look to money to create safety for us. That's a really fast way to move money out of the body. Okay. We look to other people. We look to big, strong men to take care of us. We look to a knight in shining armor to save us, to rescue us. We look for something outside of ourselves to create safety in our own body. And when it's what really needs to happen is that we have to create safety in our own body. So, how do we create safety in our own body? Well, it's a good question, right? How we create safety in our own body is by coming into the root and speaking to ourselves kindly, by looking at what's at the root of what's going on in our life, right? So if you're feeling abandoned, if you're feeling a core wound, you feel abandoned by people. Well, the question always will come back to, how am I abandoning me? Where am I abandoning myself? To use Michelle's question, this is Michelle gave this to me. How am I disrespecting myself? This is very root chakra, right? And so if you really want to get to the root of a problem, Michelle Lane is going to be a really fabulous human for you, because that is exactly what she does, right? She helps you to get to the root of what's going on for you so that you can move up into the ascension, right? And so get into that root. How am I disrespecting myself? Where am I abandoning myself? How am I betraying myself? These are just good questions to ask yourself. You're welcome, Michelle. I adore you. And so, starting to feel that root, you're getting more grounded. You're asking yourself some questions. I bet you're getting some answers, and you might not like them, and that's okay. This is where it's helpful to ask for some support. Do I feel fully supported? Do I feel supported by my people? Do I feel supported by my family? Do I feel supported by, guess what I'm going to say next, by the universe? You cannot ascend if you do not feel supported by the universe. Right? You hear me? You guys get that? Right? Like, we're not ascending when we don't trust that the universe is supporting us. You got low back pain, you got glute pain, you got hip pain, you got leg pain and knee pain. I do sometimes, yes. And I can really get into the trap of feeling like, oh, I'm not supported, right? Oh, I'm not supported. I'm not supporting myself. I'm not doing the foundational work to support me. Whew, juicy. Okay. So let's go ahead and call in what we desire now. So you're just thinking about it. We're letting go of all this shit. Literally, right? We're letting go of all of this stuff. We're just letting it go. We're letting it move out. We're moving it back down into the earth. We're letting it move up through the body and back to source. That's if you trust that source is there and that source is always supporting you. If you need to, you can let it move down through the legs and into the roots and down back into the earth. I love a little good earth grounding, right? And so as we allow what needs to move out, if you need to do deeper work, reach out to one of us, right? And then let's call in, I am safe. I create my own safety. I am my own center of support. I am supported by the universe. I am supported by source energy. I am supported by my highest self, right? When I start to really think about and merge in with my highest being, with my multidimensional being, it's really helpful to feel grounded. It's really helpful to be supported. It's really helpful to sit with what is. It's really helpful to know that it's safe for you to be with what is right now. So sometimes we don't want to look at that stuff, right? But here this root chakra is saying to us, it's safe for me to look at my stuff. It's safe for me to let go. It's safe for me to release. It's safe for me to move this out of my body so that I can create the safety and foundation that I desire. More money, right? More creation, more support. I'm fully supported. Start to pay attention to the language that you're using here. Start to pay attention to when you're saying, "Oh, I'm so broke," or I can't afford that right now." You're saying, "I don't feel supported by the universe and I don't feel safe in my body." Okay? That's what we're saying when we say that. So just starting to pay attention to some of those things, right? Whew. Notice your voice getting a little lower as you ground into your body, as you get down into that deep, the depths of that root. Good. I like it. So I want you to take this grounded feeling and I want you just to allow it to permeate, to emanate through the body, to feel it all over your whole entire body, right? Just to feel the body and feel safe in this body just for right now, even if it's just for this for this moment, just for this present moment right here, right now. This is the root. I am here now. I am present. I am presence, right? And so as you feel this emanating through every single cell of your body, just allowing it to start to rise up, right? So then we can move up. We can start to move up in the body. We can recognize I am the creator of my life. I am powerful. I am love. I'm here at the transformation in my heart, right? I move up and I speak my truth. And I do all of this from a grounded, safe perspective. I speak my truth because I feel safe in my body. I feel love of self because I feel, grounded and safe in my body. I feel powerful because I'm grounded in my body. I feel like I know that I'm creating and co-creating this existence right here, right now with spirit because I am grounded and safe in this physical body. And so as we move on up, I want you to come to the top of the crown and I want you to invite in that gloriously beautiful liquid gold light in through the top of the head. Feeling it moving down through the left side. I'm just going to do a little cue. We're going to just emanate this grounded, beautiful, grounded feeling that we have. So moving over into the heart space, right? Amplifying, I am grounded in love. I'm grounded in my love of self. I'm grounded in my unconditional love of self and others, right? Feeling it just moving it down across to the right side and then feeling it moving right down around that root, right? I am source. I am a multidimensional being in a human body and I have to feel safe in my human body. Right? Feeling it move around into the left hip, back up again through the heart space to the right shoulder, back over and again. Run that circuit several times, feeling the groundedness, the safety, the surety of self, the security. I am safe with source. It is safe for me to allow source into my body. Hello, good morning. Good. So just allowing that, you can trace it with your finger. You guys, most of you are familiar with QuE at this point. And if you're not, just create this infinity symbol, this infinity loop in the body, right? You can trace it. I like to trace it with my hand. This is what I like to do when I do QuE. I am a very physical being. I'm very physical, right? I like to feel source moving through me, feeling this groundedness amplifying in my body, in my blood, in my tissues, in my bones, in my bone marrow, right? Feeling this grounded, safe feeling in the body, feeling the safety of allowing source into the body. So powerful. Good morning. Ah, good. Good. And when you're ready to amplify this beautiful safety into the world, safety that comes from within you, not from without, not externally, but from within you, emanating in this from the heart space out into the seen and the unseen world, knowing that the universe sees you, knows you, and hears you. The universe sees you. The universe wants to support you. You know, there's a reason why, like, Gabby Bernstein has made millions of dollars by saying the universe has your back, because it's true, right? The universe has your back. The universe is you. Surprise. You are the universe. Welcome. Feel safe in the body to accept all of it into you. Good. And feel all of the love that the universe has for you, all of the miracles that the universe wants to bestow upon you. Feel it coming in through the back of the heart. I am open. I am open to receive. Good. And then allowing yourself to emanate this feeling again out into the world. I am safe. I am supported. I am seen. I am heard. I am known by the universe, by the seen and the unseen world. Good. And feeling all of the love that the universe has for you coming right back in through the back of the heart space. And again, emanating from the front of the heart, amplifying this beautiful feeling into the world. Good. And taking a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, feeling the back of the heart space, relaxing a little bit more, opening up just a little bit more, and allowing source energy to come back in through the back of the heart. Miracles, love, friendship, relationships, manifestations, right? All of it's coming back in through the back of the heart, opening you up further to receive that which is what you desire. It's not to create safety in your body that you want all of these things, that you have desires. You already are safe. You are creating safety in your own being. These things that you want, these desires that you have, they do not create safety. You create safety. You create safety in the body. And when you're ready to come back into the body, you're in the body, I hope. When you're ready to come back into the space, just come back to the back of the eyes, opening the eyes up. You should feel great. You should feel good. It's morning, or whatever time of day you're doing this. But you should be prepared and ready to have a phenomenal day, releasing anything, letting go, surrendering today to life, and allowing life to support you. Okay. That's what my messaging for today is. I love you all so, so much. Let me check my time. It is 10 o'clock. I believe that my friend Michelle, is going to have to head over to her own little world. And I think she's going live now doing card pulls. So if you're open and want to do that, please go do that. And if you want to stay here, please do that as well, because I'm going to draw cards too. You're so welcome. And if anyone wants to be read for, please just let me know, and I'll probably do a few card pulls today. Anyone who has a Facebook user, I would love it if you could just, if you have a question. Oh, hi, Misa. It's good to see you. Yes, go over to Michelle too. She's amazing. Yeah, Misa, I got you. Ah, yeah, that felt so good. Okay. So whoever said I would love a card, I don't know your name. If you could tell me your name, I would deeply appreciate it. I got Misa first. We're just doing next best step. We got Pluto cards coming. Beautiful. I see you all. Michelle, I see you, Michelle Dunbar. Okay, Misa. Whoo, 9 of spades, clearing us out. So we got another 9 energy for you today. Okay. I don't know how much of the I don't know how much of this you saw from the beginning, but I talked all about, hi Rosalie, I see you. I talked about all about the 9 energy. So we're 9 month. It's a 9 energy day today. It's a 9, like we're on the 9th of December. And it's a 9 of clubs day. And I pulled the 9 of spades day for you, or the 9 of spades as your action. So Misa, to me, what this card really, what's screaming for you, like your spirit is like, time to clear out, time to detox, time to completely and utterly surrender to life. Release everything that's no longer serving you. Today is like oh, there goes my hair. Today is like the day for you. This is your action. Okay. So really focusing on the fact that it is the universe is like, it's time for you to surrender. What are you surrendering to? Right? Where are you detoxifying? Where are you releasing programming? Where are you releasing beliefs that are just no longer serving you? That is your action for today. So I would, if I were you, I would sit today with myself as much as you possibly can and ask yourself some really good questions. If you didn't catch the beginning of my activation, I would go back and watch that because there was a lot of like really good nuggets in there. So just really asking yourself, what am I releasing? And am I really ready? Am I ready to let it go? Because the universe says yes. The universe says, you're ready. It's time. It's time for you to let it go, whatever it is. And I love you so much. And go see Michelle. I'm sure she'll give you an amazing reading because she's amazing. All right, I have Michelle Dunbar next. And someone said, card me, please. Who is that? I probably could go and like see if I went in, but see, it's hard to see because then it'll make my sound weird. So I'll just trust that you'll write your name when you're ready. It's me. I will. I need to get this on my schedule so I don't miss these QuE sessions. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome. Listen, I'm very inconsistent about what time, but I will be there. I will be here again tomorrow morning, right around this time. Okay. Card me. That was me. I don't know who that is yet. And I'm going to just, okay. You guys are just going to have to bear with me for a second because I just have to know. There's not enough people in here for me to worry about any of that. Oh, Stephanie Hunter. Thank you. All right, Stephanie Hunter, I've got you, and I'm going to put you on my list. So I'm on StreamYard, and so StreamYard is far superior to the Facebook Live for me because my Facebook Lives, you can never, my face doesn't, my mouth and my audio don't match up ever. It drives me insane. So so you have to either say who you are when you come on with me, or you have to give StreamYard permission. And then anyone who does StreamYard, you'll be in their system, and then it'll show up as your Facebook profile and your name. But if you don't want to do that, that's okay too. You just have to, when you come on live with me, you just have to say, it's me, and then your name. All right, Michelle. 5 of clubs. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So the 5 of clubs is a card of some shifting, some change, some restless energy. There's some restless energy in the mind. There's some restless energy saying, I got to move. I got to do something different. I want to like literally either physically move my home, or I want to go travel, or I have some wanderlust. I got to go do something. I got to move. I got to shift this energy. That's what the 5 of clubs says to me. And so you are being just asked to shift, to shake, to move and shake, to shift and shake that energy out and physically move yourself, so you can get out of your head and come down into the body. So this activation was really perfect for today, right? Like really getting into that grounded state, getting into your fourness, getting into that feeling of I gotta move so I can get grounded, right? Does that make sense? So I hope that that makes sense to you. But there's definitely some sort of movement that wants to happen for you. All right, Rosalie. And of course, if you guys want deeper readings, if you want to go deep, I go real deep in my individual readings. So please feel free to reach out to me, or I can post my link. I love doing intuitive readings over the weekend because today's my Mercury day. So tomorrow is my Venus day. It's all about connection for me. And then on Sunday is my Mars day. It's like a really natural working day for me. So I actually love to do readings and stuff over the weekend because they're fun and they're easy for me because they're really fun and I love doing them and I love tapping into my channel. Monday, Tuesday, I love tapping into my channel all of the time, but I really love tapping into my channel with people. It's really fun because I love the connection that that first part of the week for me brings. All right, Rosalie, you are next on my list, and then Stephanie. Okay, so we've got lots of inward energy, right? Theme. Another club, and we're in the stream of clubs right now. So we're in the stream of the minds. Rosalie, this card is asking you to write. Okay, creation, amplification, letting go of anything that no longer is serving you, right? There's some grief energy in this card. It's the Three of Swords in the tarot deck. So thinking about your grief and allowing it to move through you, to you, through you, as you moving it out of the being. It's okay to be with grief, right? It's okay to be with grief. And I just highly recommend that you move it out by writing. And I think that sitting down and really journaling out anything that wants to come through, just doing some free writing, some channeled writing would feel really good to you today. But this is the card of the writer, right? The Three of Clubs is the card of the writer. So to me, this is always a really clear message. It's time for you to take whatever it is in your being and put it to pen to paper and get it out of the body, right? Get it out of the mind. Okay, Stephanie Hunter, you are next on my list. Actually, we just did this. We're writing a book for our Master of Numerology program. And so we each did a chapter for this book, and it's a co-written book, and it's my first experience doing something like that. And I'm really excited about it. And I did a very vulnerable share in my writing, and that three of clubs felt so important while I was writing, because I shared a story of very big grief in relation to numerology for me. And so I can't wait for you all to read this book. It's going to be so amazing and so powerful. And I'm also like a little nervous, to put that out there into the world and to really share that part of me. And it's really powerful. Yeah, you were in shamanism all day yesterday and writing and painting today. Yes, I think that's exactly what your soul is calling for you to do, Rosalie. I love that. I know. I can't wait to get the book to you guys. I'm can't believe that I'm going to be a published author. That's so cool, isn't it? I didn't really see that in my physical experience. It wasn't something I thought about. So it's really fun. All right, Stephanie, you're next on my list. If anyone else is here and wants cards, we're a soft group today. I'm much earlier than I normally am, but I have a call with Joy at 11, so I won't be able to come live because I'm going to be working some things through in my own experience, my own chart. Oh, okay. I love this. Stephanie Hunter. We have more club energy today. So obviously, The stream of energy of the clubs is very strong for all of us right now. And it's very strong for a reason, because that's where we're at, right? We're collectively in clubs right now. So the Ace of Clubs is showing up for you. And the way that I see this card, and love I love this card. It's the contract of my mama. My mama is the Ace of Clubs, but she's also my Pluto. And this has a twin card. So the Ace of Clubs also has a twin called the Two of Hearts. Okay. And they really go together, and you can't really read one without reading the other. So the number one thing, the first thing, the Pluto that I want you to take away from this is clubs. So the Ace of Clubs can be a highly critical of self card. Okay. Highly critical of self, judging self, right? So this card is asking you to release your criticism and your judgment of yourself. So watch your thoughts. Do some pattern interrupting in order to release any patterns of judgment or criticism of self. Okay. That's the first thing that wants to come through for you. The second piece that wants to come through for you is the Two of Hearts. So the Two of Hearts wants you to totally and completely, utterly understand that you get to love yourself first and foremost, and that love does not come from outside of you, but that everything that you love about you is what you're seeing in the world outside of you. Okay. So, like when you see someone that you think is really amazing, or you see your child, or you see the ocean, or the mountains, or the nature, things in nature, right? When you see those things and you think, oh my God, what a gloriously beautiful thing, it's you. It's a call to understand that that's you. It's a reflection of you. And it's a reflection of our oneness, and it's a reflection of your own love of self. So, excuse me. So, I think that it's really, I'm having some things come through. So, when we see things and we feel maybe like we feel a little dark, or we're feeling a little depressed, or we're feeling a little like blasé, like things are just like a little fuzzy, or not as bright as we would like them to be, I think that that's a really good time for us to really pay attention to this energy. And I have gone through deep valleys of depression and addiction in my own experience. And I saw the world in a very gray way. And I know that when I started to really awaken to my own joy, and to creating and cultivating my own inner bliss, my own inner joy, I started seeing the world, and I described the world. I started to see the world with new eyes. And I saw things like in Technicolor. And it was really an interesting shift for me. Things that I had not seen that way before. Things I'd been looking at for my whole life. I started to see them in this really beautiful way. It's like the Wizard of Oz, right? Like all of a sudden it went from black and white to color. And that's the only way I can really describe it. But this card for me is my personal Pluto. So I really understand this card. I've worked on this a lot. Is to see myself with my own eyes as love, right? And so loving myself unconditionally, that's really the crux of this Ace of Clubs, is to allow myself to love myself so much that I allow the stream of intuition to flow into me and know that it's true and right for me. And so I invite you into any of that resonates for you. And if it doesn't, it's okay. Leave it behind. I love you all so much. Oh, I'm going to look at this. Okay. So, wow. So going through the judgment and working on my self vernacular. So dead on. I'm working through a lot and moving the old and becoming a new. So refreshing. Thank you, Jen. I love this chapter I'm in. Finding my people is part of this too. Transitioning huge. So co-creation happening. I'm done with the depression. Yes. Doesn't serve your purpose. All right. Good. I love that so much. I'm I'm really glad that that resonates and that that was the response because that feels so beautiful and like it really landed, but also that you're already like so obviously you're so aware of it because you're in your being, you're in your body, right? And we all find each other for the right reasons. We all find each other when we need to. So I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you all are here. Did I miss anyone? Does anyone else desire any more energy or any more cards or anything like that? And if we're feeling complete, I will say goodbye for today. I will be here again tomorrow. I believe I'll be here, after breakfast. Like I like to feed my family and like putz around and do all the putter around. And that kind of thing, and then I come in and I'll have my coffee and we'll play. So see you all again tomorrow for quantum expansion and 21 days of QuE. And if you can't watch live, that's okay, because sometimes I'm not consistent at my time, but I'm always consistent in my being, so that's all that really matters to me. So have a beautiful weekend as well, and I will see you again soon. Bye everyone.